What's up, guys? Yeah, as always, I'm just gonna wait till more people on. What's up? I'm gonna wait till we're like 20 people, all right? I'm gonna start. We're doing well. Your life purpose subliminal takes us to amazing sex life subliminal. Yes, we're gonna have to talk about that. There's a little issue, and it will be fixed. Give it a couple hours and go back to the page. Also, the hosting for the forum is being changed around. Okay, that's going to take a couple hours too. But if you check back in, let's say 5-6 hours, everything's going to be back to normal, and you're going to get your free subliminal. All right, your free life purpose subliminal. So yeah, the life purpose. Life purpose is one of the most, I guess, asked questions. People don't know how to find their purpose. People want to learn how they can, find that. And the problem is, you see, if you don't know your purpose in life, everything's going to be a big obstacle. You're not going to be able to do 10% of what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to be able to do. By the way, I'm getting super drunk. This is really, really hard liquor. Cool. Not really. Hey, okay, so I'm 18. Okay, living with my family who don't support me and with my spiritual stuff, and I'm thinking of taking my spirituality to a different level. So, what should I focus on, moving out or magic? Hmm. Well, look, moving out or magic? Well, I don't know what your view of life is. Okay, but I mean, when you're 18, you probably don't have a really realistic view of life, and well, I'm assuming here, but I don't think that you have a six-figure job yet or something like that, right? Do you? Do you? You're probably going to struggle when you move out, no matter what. Okay, and struggle means that your mind is going to be occupied with paying the bills for the most part. Okay, I mean, come on, you're 18 years old. I don't know what your job's going to be, but it's most likely going to be minimum wage or slightly above that. So that's what most people's lives is about. They're constantly thinking about how to pay the bills, how to pay the bills, how to pay the bills. You see, and that's not necessarily helpful when it comes to magic. So you should be happy that you have a place to stay at. Okay, and yeah, even if your parents don't support your magic, they can't enter your mind, can they? What you need for magic is not the external objects. You don't need an altar. You don't need, like, yeah, you can. It's good if you have that, but never mistake the external objects with the magic. Magic happens inside of you. You see, so you're thinking that people are stopping you right now, but in reality, they're probably covering your ass in a lot of ways. Okay, see, and I understand that. I've been your age, and I had this idea that being like a full adult is so great. It's so easy. My friend, being an adult is for the most part just responsibility and stress. Okay, that's what's awaiting you. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you want, do it, but it's definitely not going to make it easier. Okay, so don't think that when you leave home, everything's going to be easy. It's going to be the opposite, my friend. Trust me. Oh, all right. Even if we watched yesterday's ritual of blessings, good luck in your home. Even if we watched the yesterday's ritual of blessings, good luck in your forum at home. Even if we were not there, can we still reap the benefits of it? No, no. I mean, you can definitely reap the rewards, or you're going to benefit from what I'm talking about there because you're learning things, but it's not gonna have the effect of being actually on the live stream. Every time I meditate, I get very lethargic. Is this normal? No, it's not normal. But everybody responds different to meditation. You know? Also with the posture. Um, when you meditate, some part of your body can let go, and then you might have a very weird posture. Yeah. So every time I meditate, I get very lethargic. I don't know. I don't know what to answer to that. It's not normal. Most people don't get lethargic. They get relaxed. So maybe you're confusing those two, lethargic and relaxed. Yeah. Hmm. 516. Mhm. Yeah, like I said, for the people that just arrived, I put out a free subliminal recording today. The problem is there's a little bit of an issue, a glitch. Okay? So when you add the life purpose subliminal, you're actually being redirected to the amazing sex life subliminal. This will be fixed very soon. Okay, check back in a couple of hours and you're going to get that free subliminal. Will you do any more rituals in your forum in the future? Yes. Yeah. I mean, we had plenty of people on there, but some people said that they couldn't find the link. Couldn't find the link for the live stream. It was posted as a thread, I think. And also, if you add me as a friend on that social media platform, it will be posted on my wall. Okay, so you're going to see it. Uh, if you're falling asleep in meditations but getting proper amounts of sleep, is this indicative of anything? Man, I don't know. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. You shouldn't be falling asleep when you meditate. I mean, do you sit up straight? When you sit up straight, you shouldn't be falling asleep. You should be able to stay awake. Do your subliminals have energetic programming? I don't know what you mean by that. Energetic programming. They're very unique because they have like mantras and special frequencies. Yeah, but energetic programming, I don't know what that is. Energetic programming. They program your subconscious. That's what they do. That's for sure. But look, how do you find your life purpose? Right? How do you find your life purpose? Your life purpose is something that is usually not something that you can put into one or two words. Everybody thinks of like this 3 word statement, when they're talking about their life purpose. But that's not necessarily how it works. Okay. First of all, your life purpose is what you're supposed to do. Okay. Just like everything else in the universe has a place in it and a purpose in it. You have a purpose and a place in the universe as well. And when you start acting in alignment with that purpose, the universe is going to start backing you. Okay. You're going to have all kinds of help it's gonna come to you, and you're gonna be supported by a lot of forces around you. I'll tell you what, when you when you have a purpose and you follow that purpose, it will feel as if things just fall in line for you. And it will feel as if you're attracting support from out of nowhere. All right. The problem is, see, um, when you don't live in alignment with your purpose, you have the following problem. Okay. Let's say you have, but how do you find it? Yeah, I'm going to go into that 1 second. Okay. Here's how most people experience life. They do something that is not in alignment with their identity. Okay. So let's say they're an accountant, but they actually want to be an artist. Okay. So 40% of them wants to be an artist, 60% of them is an accountant. So, or let's say 55% of them is an accountant and 40% of them wants to be an artist, right? So we got 95%. What's going on within them is they have one identity fighting with the other. So they are at odds with themselves. Okay. They're at odds with themselves and they're being pulled into two directions at once. Okay. Now, where does 95% of their energy go then? All right. It's internal conflict. You see, 40% wants this, 55% wants this, and they're in a tug of war. Okay. 5% is actually, that's what's left to be effective to work towards the goals and whatever they have, you see. And that's how most people's mind actually works. Okay, so they have an incongruency within themselves. Part of them wants this, another part wants that, and this is just a very simple example. Okay? Most people have like 3, 4, 5 different identities. Okay? So it's really pulling them into multiple different directions. And of course, you're not going to be able to move forward with a condition like that. All right. So the way to fix that is to fully decide upon what identity you want to be. Okay. And ideally, that identity is in alignment with your purpose. Now, how do you find your purpose? How do you find your purpose? See, the way most people live, you shouldn't live like that. Okay, which is basically just doing things because it allows you to survive. Life is not supposed to be lived in that way. Here's how life is supposed to be lived. Okay, you're supposed to express a talent. You're supposed to express your purpose. Okay, like I said, the universe is one big machine. Everything in this machine has a purpose and a place in it. And when you plug yourself into the system and do what you're supposed to do, everything is going to seem easier. Now, of course, you're going to have bad days and good days and all of that. It's not a fairy tale. But what I'm saying is, the things that you need are just going to come to you, and you're going to have an easy time making things happen. You see what I mean? So, how do you find your purpose? Your purpose is something that comes naturally to you, makes you happy, and puts you into a flow state. Okay. So the first indicator of your purpose is what would you do on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night? Okay. What would you do on a Saturday night? Now, some people will say, well, I would like to party. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What would you enjoy doing on a Saturday night. Or the question is, let's say you wouldn't have to pay any bills anymore forever. Okay, everything would be covered. What would you do with your life? Okay. Please write down that answer. Type it in the chat. If you wouldn't have to worry about money, if you didn't have to worry about paying the bills or any of that, what would you do with your life? What would you do? If you don't know that answer, what were you always good at naturally? What came easy to you? Was it math, maybe? Was it writing? Was it expressing yourself? Were you good with people? Are you like very social? You know? Train the fuck out of my body, weights, martial arts, coaching people. Okay. Okay. Now that's kind of like the direction that you have to take. Okay. Probably a social work job or a job that enables me to help people. I feel happiest when I'm helping someone. Okay, good. Teach. Okay. Teach others to become better. Okay, teach what? I am Magi. Teach what? I just want to tell you, teach what? I would focus on magic and art, help people, encouraging, travel the world and accumulate different skills. Is that something that could be transferred into big wealth? All right. Arts and crafts. I think. Okay, so this is the first question. Okay, what? Let's say money wouldn't be an issue. What would you do with your life? Okay, good. All right. So you know you have a general tendency now, a general direction. Now, also, when you want to find something out, or when you want to find the answer to a problem, one of the first things that you should do is identify what it is not. I would learn robotics and make human companions. You mean humanoid? Because if it's a robot, it's not a human. It's not a human companion. Anyways, okay, so this is a method of finding something out. Okay, so if you want to know what your purpose is, first figure out what it is not. Okay. Now we already said that a purpose or living in alignment with your purpose makes you feel kind of like fulfilled, happy, and motivates you. Okay, you're excited to get up in the morning. It's like yes, let's do it. Right. So um, so first figure out what you hate in your life. Okay, what is it? Keep a list. You should, by the way, always see. So I always take notes. Okay, Evernote is a great app that you probably should download. Okay, because you got your phone with you all the time, right? So whatever you hate doing in your life, take note of it. Okay, me personally, let me give you an example. What I hate is saying the same stuff over and over and over again. Okay, explaining the same shit over and over again. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Doing these live streams. Well, what I'm saying is like, here's what I did. Okay, I have multiple businesses, all right, and I have multiple assistants there, right? So when it came to coordinating that stuff, okay, I got annoyed by telling them the same stuff over and over and over again. Okay, so what I did was I basically just created an FAQ. Okay, and whenever a question came up, I'm just like, okay, refer back to the FAQ. Refer back to the FAQ. So my point is this. Okay, so as you figure out what you hate, okay, and you keep a list for, let's say, a week. Okay, you go through your life, you just experience life, and then you figure out what you hate. Okay, so let's say, oh, I always have to say the same stuff over and over again, or maybe you're not a people person. Okay, like me, I am social, but not very like not social for the sake of being social. I'm not like a social butterfly. I don't really like talking to people if there's not a reason for it. I know there are people out there, and a lot of you are maybe like that just like to talk to everybody, um, and you're just excited to talk to them. I'm not like that. I'm really not like that. I need a reason to talk to somebody, right? So to me, it would be annoying if I had to do door-to-door sales or something like that. That would be that would be really annoying. More introverted. No, I mean, no, not introverted. Look, this introverted, extroverted stuff is not really accurate anyways. I'm not introverted. It depends on the person that I'm talking to. When I'm not interested in talking to a person, yes, I'm introverted because I have no interest in communicating with them. But if I'm not, if I am interested in talking to them, I'm extroverted. This introverted, extroverted stuff is really situational. It's not really accurate. There are not complete introverts and there are not complete extroverts. Okay, so the point is, what comes naturally to me is writing, for instance. Okay, I'm really good at writing. I'm really good with my words. I'm good with language, you know, and all of these. But what I'm saying is, so you go through your life, you observe what do you like and what you hate. Okay, now what you hate is a good indicator of what your purpose is not. Okay, so you go through that list and formulate the complete opposite. Okay, so let's say I hate saying the same stuff over and over and over again. In my case, okay, so the inversion of that would be I can focus on new things all the time. Okay, I can focus on new things all the time. I can focus um, on exciting new interests of mine. Okay. I also get bored very fast. Okay, so I don't want to do repetitive stuff. Blah blah blah. Okay, so as you go through your list like that, you will move into the direction of your purpose. Okay, so you figure out what you hate, then you formulate. Now you got a general direction and a general tendency. Okay, you formulate the opposite, and then try to organize your life so that you move towards that. Okay, so see how you can not do those things that you hated anymore. And as you restructure your life like that, you will move into the direction of your purpose. And if you do that for 18 months or so, I promise you, you will be very, very close to living in harmony with your purpose. Okay. And when you do that, you are going to be, blessed by the universe. You're going to get all of the support that you need. You're going to get everything that is required for you to live with your purpose. Okay. So that's how you move towards it. And a purpose is not necessarily something that you can describe in one sentence. My purpose is something that would fit on, like, let's say 3 pages. If I had to write it down, it would take me like 2 or 3 pages to write it out. You see? It's not important that you can phrase it very, very, very well in like 1 or 2 sentences. What's important is that you actually live in alignment with it. You've got to move into the direction of your purpose. That's how you find it. Okay. Help people, encouraging. Okay. Is that something that could be transferred into big wealth? Train the fuck out of my body, weights, martial arts, coaching people. Is that something that could be transferred into big wealth? Training people and training the fuck out of your body, weights, martial arts, coaching people. Probably not. If you are doing that, probably not. It's not possible. I'll tell you why. Because you don't have any leverage at that point. Okay. You're doing all the work yourself. So I mean, if you I think the only people that get really rich in that in the fitness industry are people that have like that run gyms, right? I think getting really rich or making a lot of money as a personal trainer. Here's what you could do. What about a supplement line? Now you got to already look the part, of course. Okay, you got to look the part. You got to lead as an authority, and you write a small book, okay, and then you put it out for free, and you educate people on the topic of fitness and health and all of that stuff, and then you start selling supplements. And those supplements you don't even have to produce, you know. You just go to you just buy them wholesale, repackage, and start shipping them out to people. Okay. So the first thing that I would do if I was you, train the fuck out of my body weights. Let's say you're probably already in very good shape. Look your best, shoot a couple pictures, and then have a specific like angle. Okay, there's so many out there in the fitness industry. Have a specific angle, something very very specific. What is the angle? Well, you gotta focus on a very small part of the market. Um, I don't know an example. What would that be? I don't know what you look like, but if you're not a bodybuilder, if you're not about getting big, which is not aesthetic, by the way, I think that's disgusting. A lot of bodybuilders look they look disgusting, but let's say six pack. Let's say you want to help people get a six pack. Write an ebook on how to get six packs. Yeah. Look the part, lead by authority, and then you build an audience, and then you sell them repackaged supplements. You know, your six pack formula or something like that. You know, that's how I would do it. Look, with something like a service business, when you're actually providing services, you're not going to get above seven figures. It's hard to do. Up to a million, that's doable. But after that, I hardly see people scale beyond that. Probably a social work job or a job that enables me to help people. I feel happiest when I'm helping people. Okay, teach others to become better. Okay. I would focus on magic and art, help people encouraging, travel the world and accumulate different skills. Hi Frank, arts and craft. Meditation is the key from this mundane world because it will distract one's true purpose. It will distract one's true purpose in life and goals. Okay. Solving issues where I can use my technical skills. What if your purpose doesn't translate well to earning wealth? So, I mean, is wealth the most important thing in life? No. What is more important is that you feel good about yourself, or you feel good about life. You know, I mean, do you want to be a hedge fund manager where everything is done for the money? These people are miserable hedge fund managers. I mean, first of all, well, good hedge fund managers make a lot of money. That's true. But let's say you're an average, you're the run of the mill trader at Wall Street. First of all, these guys don't even make that much money. I know there's this big myth out there um, that as a trader, like, let's say you work on Wall Street, you make so much money. Well, that used to be the case in the early 2000s, 1980s to early 2000s. After 2008, they're not making that much money anymore. You know, they're probably breaking even. You know, because they also like when you live in let's say in the city of London or in Manhattan or something like that, like let's say it's upper. You know, when you live in the areas that they're living, you need a certain amount of money for that type of lifestyle. And, you know, they got to keep up with the Joneses. So first of all, they're basically, I believe, they're just breaking even. They're not making that much money. If you look at the statistics, it's all out there. There may be, I don't know, there may be they're not rich, you know, but they're just working for the money. You see what I mean? And a lot of those guys are miserable. They're not getting any sleep. They're not. They're overworked. You know. So is money really that important? What if the purpose doesn't translate into earning wealth? Well, if you can make a living off of it, Why do you have to earn? Why do you have to aim for so much money? See, and here's the problem, man. Uh, when you aim for money for the sake of money, you're not going to get it. The money needs a purpose. It's energy, you see. So if your purpose is so big, you're not going to have a problem making the money or attracting the money. But if your dream is big houses, mansions, and cars, that's not a purpose, man. That is just MTV Cribs or something, or I don't know. That's the narrative or the bullshit that's being sold out there. Look at people like Elon Musk, okay? The only person I think that simultaneously built three companies that are worth each of them worth more than $1 billion, right? How could he do that? Well, his purpose is so big that he can do that. It's the purpose, man. It's the energy behind it. His purpose is, I think he wants to help humanity survive on different planets, right? That's his purpose. It's not about money. Money is actually quite a ridiculous purpose. That's pathetic, man. If you hear people talk about money as a purpose, that makes no sense. Money is a means to an end, always. Okay? I would learn robotics and make human companions. I got that already. Okay, it's been a while, Frank. How's the grail? I've recently noticed you allow people to open their own country groups. Nice one, mate. You're welcome. Are you from Australia, Don? You sound like somebody from Australia. Nice one, mate. Hey, Frank, I watched the replay of the ritual. My whole energy changed and my day was extremely different. That's good. More introverted. Sorry, I might be off topic, but what if someone receives visions of a great dragon? What do you think of those mythological animals? I know they reside somewhere out there. I can't really say anything about that, man. I don't know. I mean, great dragons. Your imagination can create anything. So there's really nothing to say about that. Yeah, that makes sense. Public figure. Is your purpose the same as the Dharma of the Atma? No, no. Your Dharma is more something that has to do with multiple lifetimes. Okay, but your purpose is really something that you're supposed to do in this day and age. Okay. The point is, don't see yourself separate from your environment. You see, let's say all of life, all of the universe was a tree. Every tree has a bunch of leaves on it, right? And each leaf has a certain purpose, right? It's part of the bigger process of life. Okay. And so you, as a leaf, you have you have a specific purpose when it comes to the universe, and your job is to plug yourself into that and live that purpose. All right. What is your purpose? Hold on. Could wanting to leave this reality be part of a purpose? You got to clarify that. You got to clarify that. If it's about escaping reality, no, that's not good. But if it's about you enjoy meditation, well, that's fine. If it's about taking drugs, no, that's not good. Thanks for you. I love it how addicts, even functional addicts always justify their drug addiction with, oh man, I just gotta escape reality. No, you're just addicted to the chemicals. You're addicted to the chemicals. You don't even it's not even about the state of consciousness that you're attaining. You know, you're just addicted to the chemicals. Same with look, I'm not even gonna talk about weed here, but I think weed. You know that weed these days is sprayed with certain chemicals that get you physically addicted to it. Haze. you know. So it's not harmless as it used to be. Yeah, it's physically addicting, similar to cocaine. The addiction, it's as addictive to as cocaine, similar to that. All right. What's your purpose connected to magic? My purpose is to teach it. I'll tell you what, my friend. My journey uh, has been going on for a long time. Okay, and it's not my first time dealing with magic at all, and there have been lifetimes where I abused this power, magic. Okay, so this lifetime I'm making good for that. I'm making good on that. So I'm sharing what I know. All right. And what could you say about staying consistent with your magical development when you're losing your dedication, being distracted by the problems of everyday mundane life? You know, I think that's just gonna happen. I get distracted. Everybody gets distracted by mundane life. You know, but the point is, see, you're always confronted with the very problems that you need to solve in this moment. You know, you will always only perceive yourself when you go out into the world. Who's processing that? It's your own mind, right? It's you yourself. So you're only dealing with yourself everywhere, no matter where you go. So everything in the mundane world is not necessarily that mundane. It can help you. It can be an opportunity to grow. Everything in your life that happens, everything in your life that happens is an opportunity for you to grow. You see. So that's how you should approach it. This is not a question, Frank. I just want to say thank you for existing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Uh, yeah, appreciate it. That's very nice of you. See, okay. So next question. Okay. What if you have no talent? No talent. Well, that's a talent, man. I mean, wow, that's really a talent. Like not picking up anything for I don't know how many years you lived. You could write a book on how to be average or something like that, or how to be. Well, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. Like, what if you have no talent? What's your definition of talent? Like I hate to sound corny. I don't want to sound corny. You know that's not me. But I really believe that everybody has a talent. Everybody has to have a talent. You know, even look, everybody is good at something, even if it's just being an asshole. Right? Like, don't you sometimes meet people and they're like, "Wow, that's a that's a first class asshole right there." Right? Like, that's a real asshole. If I ever saw an asshole, that's an asshole. And I believe everybody is naturally very good at something, even if it's just being an asshole, you know. So, what did you what? I mean, what are you naturally good at? Maybe you can just recite the dialogues of sitcoms, you know, or Netflix shows. Some people are really good at that. They watch that and they can recite everything, every word and every dialogue. You know, that's a photographic memory, right? So I don't believe you when you say that you don't have talents. Everybody has some, right? I mean, today, told you I went grocery shopping. I'm at a first class asshole. That guy was so good at being an asshole. Incredible, incredible. You know, if there was ever an asshole, this guy was one. Hey Frank, I'll let you know once I start this supplement company. It's actually not that hard. I'm doing a clothing line soon for aesthetically pleasing physique and people that want to change. There's only a few supplements that are very beneficial, so I focus on those and not shill the other ones that aren't really that needed. By the way, a friend of mine is doing a pretty good buck on theta healing, basically teaching people how to get into trance, lives in Bali and does everything online. Okay, theta healing, what is it? Oh, yeah, it's good for him. But I mean, the question is, what is good buck in your opinion? Right? I mean, everybody has different desire, different needs on what they're planning on creating. See, um, everybody has different desires, different plans. I mean, the vision that I have for the Grail is really it's gonna be like a new religion, really. It's gonna be so big and so massive. Now, of course, a religion in a sense where it's an empowering religion. It's a certain certain philosophy that's connected to it, a certain set of of connecting witchcraft with that. So that's the vision for the Grail. So it's something that's going to last for many, many years to come after I'm dead. After a lot of people on this stream are probably not here anymore. So it's something that's going to be affecting people long into the future. And for that, you need a lot of money. You see, I mean, that's where I'm funneling a lot of stuff, from outside of the Grail as well. So, um, so how do I know if my purpose is genuine or just mental masturbation? Look, you gotta do. How do you look? You gotta know what you're good at, right? What came easy to you? What comes easy to you? There must be something, right? There must be something, and then just move towards it. It's like it's how does your life feel purposeful? Do you when you live in harmony with your purpose, you feel like your life makes sense. If you're not living in harmony with your purpose, life will feel like it's meaningless. You will feel a lack of energy. You will feel like sluggish. And when I say lack of energy, I'm not talking about getting tired. Yeah, the physical body has to rest. Do you know how? Look, man. I mean, there are weeks when I sleep 2 hours a night. You know, and you know what happens the next week? I'm knocked the fuck out. I'm tired. Okay, and then I sleep like 11 hours. The next day 9 hours, or sometimes 2 weeks where I hardly sleep at all, and then the third week I really have to sleep for, you know. I think recently I slept for like 12 hours. You know. So look, I live in harmony with my purpose, but of course my body gets tired. Yeah, my body gets tired. But the thing is, I'm moving. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I have passion for what I do. Okay, so that's really what it is about. You can't fake that. It's like when I talk about it, I get a little bit of goosebumps. I get an actual stimulation. I get a physical response. That's what you want. Okay. Okay. So that's how you know if it's real or not. Um, okay. All right. Will you do a video on how to activate Kundalini, or the video you did is related to that. Kundalini is something that will naturally awaken when you do your meditations and when you do your chakra work. I don't necessarily think that you need a specific video for that. Well, I could create a video on that topic, but it's really just a natural process, and it's not awoken once. Kundalini is something that increases in power over time. You know, when all of your chakras are open, Kundalini is going to flow easy. Okay? Frank, after almost 1 month of chakra work meditation, I've started to see numbers like 222 and 333 everywhere. Do you think these are signs because of getting close to the source? No, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. Is it fair to say our purpose is an evolving purpose, meaning we start in a certain direction and that direction evolves over time, taking us through different fields of work? Yeah, yeah, sure. Why not? Uh, what is your view, money versus family? Money versus family. Look, I think money is it's part of life that you have to handle, just like your, I don't know, exercising and all this other stuff, you know, just like your love life. It's something that you should handle. That's really what it is about. It's not. Look, none of these things is enough. You know, like thinking and making everything in your life about money is not a good idea. Making everything in your life about family is not a good idea. Making everything in life about working out is not a good idea. So what you have to do is you have to understand that all of those things, literally all of that, is a means to an end. Okay. I think, yeah, that's the key, man. Everything in life is a means to an end. So, what's the purpose of that thing? Okay. Money, is a means to an end. It's not it's not the goal of anything. It's a means to an end. Something that it's a form of energy that allows you, helps you to live your purpose. If you are in harmony with your purpose, money is going to come naturally to you. Okay, I promise you. If you live in harmony with your purpose, money is not even going to be an issue. All you have to do is you have to exchange what you naturally have. That's it. That's it. You see, don't overcomplicate it. When you look at something like family, look, I have family that I get along with, family that I don't get along with. Okay. Now, in my mind, family is the following. Okay, family are people that sometimes have genetics in common with you, sometimes they don't. You know, there are people that I consider family that are not genetically related to me. Okay. Now, to me, a family means that it's a support system, people that help each other, right? Now, what if you have somebody that's a relative, meaning genetically related to you, but they're actually hurting you, or they're taken away from your survival? Should you keep that family just because they're family? Bullshit. No, you cut those people off. That's how I see it. You know? I take somebody who's not related to, like genetically related to me, any day if they're helping me over somebody who's genetically related to me and is not hurting, and is not helping me. You know, so a lot of people have that twisted, and we gotta define things clearly. You know, and then things are actually quite simple. Just like working out. Look, I mean, to each their own. You see what I mean? I'm not judging it at all, but I'm an 80-20 guy. Okay, so I believe you can get 80% of the results and from 20% of the actions. Okay, so I try to stay in shape. I even try to get a six pack. Okay, I'm trying to get a six pack right now. Okay, basically getting down to like 10, 12% body fat percentage. Other than that, I try to stay in decent shape. And look, I don't see the reason why I should like spend hours and hours in the gym every day just to get that little extra, for what? For what? You know, for what? Yeah. I'm sure you're gonna get. Look, yeah, of course, if you're in good shape, women like that, of course, yeah. But come on. At one point, you have diminishing returns. Does that make sense? At a certain point, everything has diminishing returns. Same with money, Same with money. Do you really need that much? Because look, if you make beyond a certain amount, it's gonna take away from your freedom. It's gonna take away from your time. It's gonna take away from your uh, maneuverability. Yeah. Same with women, man. How many of these women do you want to have? How many of these women do you want to fuck? You know, like psychic seduction, all of that. Trust me, I've been through it. I've been through all of that. You know? At a certain point, you have diminishing returns. How many of these girls do you want to have? You got to manage them. You got to manage them. You got to deal with their cycles, their emotions, their craziness. Oftentimes, Plus, you really have sex with her, and then find out later on that she's a psycho, and it's not just one; it's maybe they have five simultaneously. Do you really want to do that? So everything has diminishing returns at one point. So find balance. That's really it. That's the answer. Balance. Mm. Of course, he's just doing basic living, to be honest, and he's happy with it. Yeah, why not? Um, I know I got many questions, but is the egregore of the grill of the serpent the beneficial egregore, or it has some hidden purpose behind it? Look, I mean, here's my question for you. Okay, here's my question for you. Let's see. If it had a hidden um, purpose, which it doesn't, let's say it had a hidden purpose, which it doesn't have. Do you think asking me would make me tell you? Like that doesn't even make sense. And secondly, no, it does not have a hidden purpose or a hidden agenda behind it. The agenda is to help and empower. You see, you don't have to deal with it if that makes sense. You see what I mean? Look, I never. What's the word? Um, honestly, I could give a shit if you take part in this or not. And look, I'm just being real. That's because the people that are supposed to deal with it will deal with it. I'm not here to sell, or I'm not here to. This is an opportunity that I'm opening up for you. Okay, so it's kind of offensive, you know. What I mean, it's like offering somebody like if somebody came to your home, okay, and I always see it like that. This is yeah, it's YouTube, but this is my channel. This is my live stream, or the Grail of the Serpent. If somebody came to your home and you're like, hey, you offered them food. Hey, you want something, and they ask you, is this poisoned? Is this poisoned? Would you take offense? Would you? Listen, my friend. Do you know how much I do for people? Do you know how much I transform people's lives? Do you know what kind of a beneficial, positive influence I am in so many people's lives? And you got the fucking guts to question my ethics? You got some fucking balls, my friend. You got some fucking balls. Seriously. It just tells me that you don't know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? And if that is the case, if you only started following me, okay, that may be forgiven. But if you have been following me, I take offense. I really take offense at that. Okay, and you should probably leave this live stream and leave the forum or wherever the fuck you are, never to be seen again. Okay, that is highly offensive. You question my ethics, motherfucker. Seriously, who the fuck do you think you are? Hmm? Who are you, asshole? Seriously, I mean, I'm offended now. Okay, so please leave. I don't want to see you. Okay, bye. Remove. See, this is the beautiful thing. People always think they can talk shit, but then I click one button and they're gone. This motherfucker. All right. This is I can't even imagine how would you look in your hair with no beard at all. Hmm. I posted a picture on my Facebook wall a while ago. I was 18 years old. I did have a little bit of beard, yeah. I was shaving it. It's not that I couldn't grow it, but yeah, I was shaving it, and I had an afro. I got I've got very curly hair naturally, and I had an afro back then. Yeah. Will you ever do a Grail of the Serpent app? Yeah, maybe. When I see a reason for it. How to apply the law of attraction. You are what you attract, or you attract what you are. Yeah. What are you? Feel, think, and act. That's it. Behavior. How did I get over? Did you get over certain fears that was stopping you from goals? Exposure therapy. The Grail is the best thing I decided to do. Don't let fear stop or other forces that want you to stay weak. Stop talking shit. I got notice of my U.S. citizenship being approved the morning after I changed my wallpaper to the sigil. Why the fuck are you here if you're so skeptical? Leave. Yeah, exactly. It's offensive, isn't it? Like, motherfucker, just stay away. I get messages. I promise. I get messages every single day. Every single day. Thank you, Frank, for doing this. Thank you for this. Thank you for helping me. Thank you with this. Blah blah blah. Thank you, Frank. I help people all the fucking time. Okay, and that's why it's just like, who is this guy? I train people. Wow. Okay. Nice. Like, who the fuck is this guy to question my ethics? Seriously. Frank advised stop me from getting astral attacks from other entities. I found I was getting from a best friend who was a Reiki master. Well, first of all, do you have proof? Is it really an astral attack? Secondly, just clean your energy. Clean your energy. Clean your energy. So, good evening, Frank. Glad to catch you live. I'm in northern Nevada. Yeah, welcome. And it's late for some of you guys, right? It's really late. Time. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Okay. All right. Hope you got something out of this, and be well. Bye bye.